We want to draw a vector diagram to represent adding the vectors a and b. We start by drawing the first vector, the vector a. This end of it is called the tip. This end of b is called the tail. We draw the diagram by putting the tail of b on the tip of a. So here is b. The third side of this triangle is then the vector a plus b. As mentioned before, when we handwrite vectors, we underline. When we see them in books, they are printed bold. We now want to represent a minus b. We begin by drawing the vector a. The vector b will be the same length as b, but in the opposite direction. We put the tail of minus b onto the tip of a. So this is the vector minus b. The third side of this triangle then is going to represent a minus b. Note that going from this point to this point directly in terms of vectors is exactly the same as going to here and then to the same point. This is very important in later vector questions. If you were to walk around this triangle, it would be shorter to go direct. However, in vectors, the two journeys are considered exactly the same. To draw a diagram to represent 2a minus b, we draw a vector twice as long as a, which represents 2a, and then we put the tail of minus b onto the tip of 2a. So here we have minus b. The third side of the triangle then is going to represent the vector 2a minus b. Finally, we want to know what is a minus a. Here is the vector a. It takes us to this point. Minus a will take us in the opposite direction, landing us back at our original point. We call this the zero vector. A minus a is the zero vector. The zero vector has no magnitude and no direction. And you may wonder why we have it. However, simply put, 4 take away 4 is 0. 4 is a number, and 0 is a number. If we subtract two vectors, we expect the answer to be a vector in the same way. So we must have the zero vector.